I'm Corbin Branch.
And I'm Carson Branch.
We're American beekeepers. I'm Corbin. I'm the junior field operator.
I'm Carson, and I'm the junior vice president.
I'm Corbin. I'm the junior field operator. My daily duties are taking care of the bees and assisting in the bee yard.
I'm Carson, and I'm the junior vice president. My daily duties in the bee yard include helping in the bee yard and videography.
Hi, I'm Cameron, and I'm the secretary.
And we are cCc Bee Farm.
I'm Corbin, and I'm 11 years old. I'm a student and a full-time beekeeper.
I'm Carson. I'm 10 years old. I'm a student and a full-time beekeeper.
So Corbin, how'd you get involved in beekeeping?
My dad, because he's been beekeeping for a while now, and he took me out there one time, and I just knew I got hooked and I got really interested.
What's your favorite part of beekeeping?
Installing packages for me because it's just fun.
What's fun about it?
Just getting to watch the bees just shake, like how big like a hive can get, and watching them grow and develop.
So Carson, how'd you get involved in beekeeping?
Because whenever my brother went out, I went out and outside and tried it, and I just really liked it too.
What's your favorite part of beekeeping?
Feeding bees.
Why do you like to feed the bees the best?
Because you get to watch them grow, and it helps stimulate the queen and gets them ready for the winter.
Yeah, it gets them ready for the winter. It tucks them in real nice, and it makes it for a real nice colony in the spring, don't it?
Yep.
So Corbin and Carson, what's your favorite aspect of the day-to-day operation of the bee farm?
Well, first we have to finish school. It takes up half the day. Then we get ready, put our bee suit on, get some pants on, and then we go outside, like work a little bit, mow bee yards, feed them sometimes.
We sometimes, like during the winter, normally that's when we normally like paint the boxes and make frames, things like that. Make lids, bottom boards, pallets. It's an ongoing list.
Get ready for the spring.
Did you guys ever think that you would be this heavily involved in beekeeping at such a young age, running 100 and something colonies for nuke sales and honey production?
No, I would have never thought that. No. So,
but now I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Did you immediately take to the beekeeping, or was it just a learned behavior, like, oh, well, I really enjoy this, but I don't know about it, I don't want to get bee stung, or did that never cross your mind and you just said, this is what I want to do?
Well, it was what I want to do, but bee stings hurt.
Yeah, same for me.
Do you get stung a lot?
Yeah, every day.
Every day, yeah. We get stung a lot, but that's okay. That's part of it. And how do you guys feel about the future of beekeeping? Do you think it's important for kids your age to hone their craft in the ways of beekeeping and learn the craft, or do you think that beekeeping is going to be self-sustainable, or what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's good for kids to go outside and do beekeeping because it gets you outside and you can learn about something.
And I think that it's good for kids like us to get out there and help and like learn about bees and get interested, because without kids you won't have any more beekeepers out there to actually work bees and keep them alive.
So how many years now have you guys been full beekeepers? About 3 or 4?
Three or four.
Yeah. How do you guys like doing the YouTube videos?
Oh, they're fun.
It helps you other people that need to learn stuff. We help them learn how to do it.
It takes a little bit of extra time to work the yards when you're trying to make a video. Does that hinder you to make the video, or would you rather take the extra time to make the video to pass on what you know to other people so that maybe they can become interested in beekeeping, or would you just rather get out and work the bees and just say, you know, whatever about the videos? How do you feel on making the videos?
I'd rather pass on our knowledge to other beekeepers that are just like beginners trying to get started, and helps them learn a good bit.
Corbin, do you feel like you could honestly manage a 10 colony operation at this point by yourself?
I think I honestly need some working to do. I need some more learning. Maybe in a couple years.
How about you, Carson? Do you feel like if I handed you 10 colonies of bees and says these are yours, do with them as you wish, do you think you could take reins of that and handle the operation with those 10 colonies?
No, but yes, I do have some learning to do also.
Are you well on your way?
Yeah, I do feel like that I could handle probably a colony, but I don't know about in the winter.
Yeah.
It's sometimes hard to keep them alive.
Yeah, our winters here, our summers are harder than winters, obviously, because we have such a long dearth. But if you can get those bees built up during that dearth period, our overwintering's really not that bad because our winters are very mild. And, you know, as long as you take care of the bees throughout that dearth, they normally do pretty good in the winter. Did we have many winter losses this year?
Not really winter. We had some
It was
summer
pretty cold
losses.
though, but we probably lost more in the summer than we did in the winter.
Yeah, that's generally our area. We take our losses in the summer and in the fall, and some of that's, you know, our fault because of mites and things like that, but some of it's just because it's so stressful on the bees to go through that long spell without any natural pollen and natural nectar coming in. And without that, you can feed to stimulate nectar and pollen flows, but you can't replace those. There's just something different about it that the bees know it's different and they respond to it differently. And you cannot build up a colony by feeding and stimulating like you can with a spring nectar flow. So guys, what do you feel like's made your life easier as far as this bee farm running is? I know you put in a lot of work every day, and it's laborious and it's hot and it's unpleasant sometimes. So what do you feel like the biggest change in, you know, workflow has been for you guys as far as making life easier for you?
I think the tractor is a good thing to have because you can maintain your yards, bush hog. Sometimes plow, you could plant some flowers to help them get nectar and pollen. And it helps you like move stuff if you say you don't have to do it by yourself.
Yeah, like move bees onto the truck. Mine's going to be the pump, the syrup pump, because I remember like years ago we would in the kitchen to the honey house to the kitchen we would be starting 5-gallon buckets of sugar water, but on one of the buckets we'd have a valve on it and we'd fill the feeders up with mason jars. We'd pour the syrup into the mason jars and pour them into the feeders.
So do you guys feel like the labor-saving equipment has impacted your day-to-day operation on the bee farm, and do you think it's worth the time and money to get that equipment, or do you feel that it's better to just do it like we used to with the filling buckets one at a time, and, you know, we would be out there all day, you know, to feed, you know, 10, 15, 20 colonies. Do you feel like it's worth the money?
Sometimes it can if you buy the right things, but it does help whenever it saves time also.
Yes, I think it does because, well, you want to get as much done in that day as you can because, well,
it can start robbing if you.
Yeah, like with the syrup pump, if you're out there too long, you can start robbing in the summer dirt.
So you're saying you want to be able to get in those colonies, open them up, and get them fed or whatever your manipulations that day is done quickly in the dearth period to prevent robbing.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Literally. That's a good time for him.
Stop.
What?
Good time. He's like, he knows it.
Do the floss.
It's like literally.
Okay, so do you guys feel like that beekeeping's had a significant impact on your life at such a young age? And if so, how? And how would you like to expand on the opportunities that's been provided to you at this young age? Would you like to maybe one day take over the operation, or do you want to pursue career paths and different avenues outside of beekeeping? I'd just like to hear your thoughts on it.
I do see my future with working with bees, because it's something that I really enjoy and I think it's very interesting.
It's something you can depend on.
Yeah, throughout life. And
I think I would like to do it in the future because I think honeybees are pretty interesting, and all the plants would be dead if we didn't have honeybees because they pollinate, they make honey for people if they have allergies or stuff like that. But honeybees are pretty important.
people really depend on honeybees.
How about you, Cameron? Is this something you would like to pursue, or do you want to look at other aspects of the world and see what suits you better, if anything does suit you better? Or would you like to focus? You'll always have a spot here, obviously, but if you would like to focus on anything else, I mean, that's obviously your choice. And would you like to do that, or would you like to continue to work the bees part-time, or how do you feel about it?
So I would like to try other stuff, but I really just want to stick with, working with bees now.
So you would like to branch out and see what the world has to offer, but you would probably always have a passion and interest in bees.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's a lot of work and it takes a lot of time, and we depend on you guys heavily to run this outfit. So I know you may have different dreams in life, and I want to encourage you to pursue those if you do, and realize that you'll always have a spot here to work the bees. And but there will be a lot of times I'm going to call you and say, hey, I need your help. Hey, my name's Craig, and I'm the president and CEO of cCc Bee Farm. We started this farm several years ago. I've been beekeeping since I was 11 or 12 years old. Gained a lot of experience and learned a lot throughout the years. And when I retired from my regular job, I decided to expand our operation. Currently, we run around 100 or so colonies, production colonies of bees, and we produce honey and bees for sale. I couldn't do it without these kids. These kids are truly the future of beekeeping and the craft. Kids around the world that are learning a trade or a skill or beekeeping or farming is really what the backbone of what this country's always been, and that it's going to continue to be. And without that, we're not going to have the things that we used to have. So it's my job to pass what I know along to these kids and let them see where they can take this operation in the future. I'm not going to be beekeeping forever. I started the larger aspect of beekeeping. I'll always have bees, but I won't be able to do it at the level that I'm doing it now. So that's something that I wanted to pass on to the next generation and let them learn how to do this and take it where they want to do it. These kids are smarter than I am. They can take this operation a lot farther than I'll ever be able to do it. The technology in the future will be amazing, and I look forward to seeing how they can grow this operation even bigger and better than we have. We appreciate you watching this little short film on our operation. We encourage you to get out there and work with bees or work with the youth of America and teach them something valuable, whether it be farming or anything agricultural related or just a skill that you know. It doesn't have to be beekeeping. We really appreciate you watching, and happy beekeeping.